Friends, in this video, we'll walk together and talk about difficulties like loneliness, isolation, depression, and bullying. We'll learn how to face these challenges and make ourselves stronger. Both of these feelings are very common. Sometimes we feel like there's no one around us. Many times it feels like nobody understands us. It's completely normal to feel this way. If you constantly feel very sad or don't feel like doing anything, then you might be going through depression. If you feel like something's not right with you, then talk to an adult. It could be a teacher, a counselor, anyone you trust. Bullying is very wrong. If someone teases you, says mean things to you, or threatens you, all of this is bullying. Don't be afraid of anyone. Definitely tell your teachers or parents about it. Friends, sometimes loneliness and isolation can feel overwhelming, but understanding them is the first step to overcoming these feelings. Loneliness is a state of mind where you feel empty, unwanted, or isolated, even when you're surrounded by people. It's important to understand that feeling lonely is not a weakness, and there's no shame in it. On the other hand, isolation can be both physical and emotional. Physical isolation is when you are away from others, while emotional isolation is when you don't feel connected to the people around you, even if they are with you. These feelings are common, especially during major life changes or stress. They can affect anyone, regardless of your age, background, or social status. But remember, acknowledging these feelings is the first step towards finding ways to deal with them. In the coming sections, we'll see how to recognize the signs of depression, how to deal with bullying, and how to ask for support. Together we'll navigate this journey and learn that you are never alone. Now that we understand loneliness and isolation, let's take a moment to see how we can find strength even in solitude. Solitude is not always a bad thing. In fact, it can be an opportunity to get to know and improve ourselves. When we spend time alone, we can reflect on our thoughts and feelings, understand our true desires, and build a deeper connection with ourselves. Solitude can be a powerful way to boost creativity and solve problems. Many great thinkers and artists have used their alone time to come up with new ideas and solutions. By embracing solitude, we can learn to enjoy our own company and build self-confidence. It's crucial to distinguish between solitude and loneliness. Loneliness is a feeling of emptiness and lack of connection, while solitude is a state of being alone by choice, which can bring you satisfaction and strength. By changing our perspective on being alone, we can transform loneliness into a time for self-improvement and growth. In the next section, we'll see how to recognize the symptoms of depression and how to seek help when needed. Remember, finding strength in solitude is just one step in overcoming loneliness and isolation. Together, we'll walk this path and you'll see that you are never truly alone. Friends, many people face bullying during their school days. It's a very painful experience that leaves deep emotional scars. But it's important to remember that you have the strength to overcome it. First, understand that bullying is never your fault. A bully's actions say more about them, not you. They often do it because of their own insecurities and fears. If you're facing bullying, it's crucial to come forward for help. Talk to a trusted adult, whether it's a teacher, parent, or school counselor. They can provide you with the support and guidance you need to get through this difficult situation. It's also important to have friends who understand you and stand by you. True friends will always have your back, and together you can create a safe and positive environment. Remember, facing a bully doesn't mean you have to confront them directly. Sometimes the most powerful response is to show that their words and actions don't define you. Focus on your strengths, your passions, and the things that make you special. Ultimately, dealing with bullying can be a challenging journey, but it can also be an opportunity to discover your inner resilience and courage. You are stronger than you think, and you don't have to face this alone. In the next section, we'll remind you that you're not alone in this journey and learn more about recognizing and dealing with feelings of loneliness. Stay strong and remember, you have the power to rise above negativity. I don't think people understand how common it is to feel lonely and not have friends. Life is a journey with its ups and downs. Sometimes there's happiness, sometimes sorrow. Sometimes we find ourselves surrounded by many people, and sometimes we feel alone. It's crucial to know that you are not alone. Many people feel loneliness and isolation. Especially for students like you, there are many changes in this stage of life. These changes can sometimes make you feel alone. But remember, this feeling is temporary. Loneliness is a feeling that comes when we don't feel connected to others. It can feel like emptiness or sadness. Isolation, on the other hand, means separating yourself from others. People can feel lonely for many reasons. Moving to a new city, changing schools, or being away from friends, all these reasons can make us feel alone. Sometimes, exam stress, family problems, or a breakup can also lead to loneliness. Loneliness and isolation, if they last for a long time, can turn into depression. Depression is a serious illness that requires help. Here are some signs of depression. Feeling sad or empty all the time. Losing interest in your favorite activities. Not being able to sleep or sleeping too much. Not feeling hungry or eating too much. Feeling tired and lacking energy all the time. Having trouble concentrating. Feelings of hopelessness and worthlessness. If you see these signs in yourself or someone you know, talk to an adult or a doctor immediately. Facing bullying. Exposing the truth in dealing with bullying. Sometimes bullying can also cause loneliness and isolation. If someone is bothering you, don't stay silent. Talk to your parents, teacher, or any adult. Remember, bullying is wrong and you don't deserve it. You don't have to face this alone. There's always someone to help. Friends, overcoming loneliness is a journey that begins with understanding and acceptance. It's important to know that feeling lonely is a part of being human. Everyone experiences it at some point in their lives. Pause 2S. The first step to overcoming loneliness is to acknowledge your feelings. Don't be afraid to admit to yourself that you're feeling lonely. It's okay to feel this way, and it's the first step to finding a solution. Pause 2S. Next, take steps to connect with others. It could be as simple as joining a club, attending community events, or reaching out to old friends. Sometimes taking the first step is the hardest part, but it's crucial for building meaningful connections. Pause 2S. Remember, it's also essential to build a good relationship with yourself. Do things you enjoy and make time for self-care. This not only reduces feelings of loneliness, but also improves your overall well-being. Pause 2S. Finally, don't hesitate to seek professional help if needed. Therapists and counselors can provide invaluable support in overcoming loneliness and building a happier life. Pause 2S. You are not alone on this journey. With time, effort, and the right support, you can overcome loneliness and find joy and connection again. Pause 2. Remember, there's always hope, and better days are ahead.